Um, it, in the software world, patents are painful for everybody. The people, the companies that literally spend billions of dollars of patents, most of them spend the money not because they like patents, but because they feel they have to in order to protect themselves.
But maybe Steve Jobs liked patents. I mean,
so everybody likes the patents they own and that they can use
I think that he's used also the patent system to stop other innovations.
Yeah, no, I
not,
agree.
Not only to fight, but to keep them calm for a while.
Yeah, and other companies have done the same thing. Most companies, I mean, there are advantages to patents if you own them, and you can use them to try to maintain a monopoly, and that's kind of the idea of a patent, right? Is to get the monopoly in a certain market, and being a monopoly in a lucrative market is a really nice position to be in. So companies do like that concept of them. The problem is most companies that actually create real products, all the upsides of owning the patents tend to be outweighed by the fears of other people owning the patents. So even the patent owners, they don't feel safe in the owning of patents because they know other people own them too. So the only ones who have almost no downsides are the patent trolls, because nobody else can attack them for patents because they don't make anything.
Yeah.
So they can attack people without ever having to fear about being attacked. And they like patents for that reason. But I think I understand why they do it. I think it's nasty and I think it's wrong. But
what exactly do you mean by patent trolls?
There are companies, so it's a standard term for companies that basically they own patents, but they don't make anything themselves.
They don't have patent for fight to others,
yes.
basically. Yeah.
So,
for example?
There's Nathan Myhrvold from, well, he really doesn't like his company being called a patent troll company. What is the company called? IVP?
Nobody would like
Intellectual Venture Partners,
like
IVP. Yeah.
Mostly they
they don't do anything at all. They buy up patents in order to sue other people.
Usually they work for companies that have patent also.
And quite often the way you tell a patent troll is that in the US they sue other companies, and they sue other companies in specific places, notably East Texas. Which makes no sense at all, because neither the patent troll nor the company they're suing is actually making business in East Texas. But it turns out the legal system the jurors in East Texas tend to be friendly to patent owners.
But what Linux do about that?
I don't know. Okay. I mean, so the licensees, like the GPL version 2, tend to have patent clauses in them. That may help a bit. I'm not sure. It means that Linux companies themselves can't fight each other with patents. It doesn't help with non-Linux companies. With non-Linux companies, there are the patent pools that have been set up. It's one thing Linux Foundation has been doing, but it's also something that IBM has been doing. And so a lot of the companies involved in Linux have been involved in these patent pools where the idea is A, they own the patents for use, but B, they can also sometimes use the patent pools for offensive purposes if somebody attacks Linux. And then so I don't know. I mean, the only sane solution in the long run is to fix some of the patent mess. And I'm actually somewhat hopeful just because I really do think that almost all companies dislike patents more than they like them. Because patents are not an open source only problem. It's absolutely not about open source. It's a problem for anybody doing development, especially software. Patents, I think, work better outside of software than they do. Or
it could work better.
Yeah.
One last question.